Okay, fight fans and fight fiends, welcome back to Manny's Thoughts. I, of course, Manny MTL or Manny Montreal. Make sure to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and obviously, thefightcity.com. As usual, I'll give you guys my thoughts on what's going down in the world of combat sports. Let's get started. Okay guys, so first off, I'm obviously going to have to address the elephant in the room. We got some bad news about Lucha Bute this week. I will not be making any comments until after the B sample is divulged, what is more than likely going to be next week's show. So make sure you tune in. I promise I'll give you all my thoughts and comments on the entire subject. And trust me, I have some angles and some thoughts on this that a lot of media out there are not mentioning. So I'm going to be more than happy to oblige you guys, but you're going to have to wait until the B sample comes in. Now, as you know, I much rather talk about future things and positive things, so here we go. First off, congratulations Jordan Balmier on a terrific pro debut in Three Rivers with Eye of the Tiger management. Just big things ahead for this kid. I've been saying it for a while, been watching him as an amateur. He's trained with the best, sparred with some of the best, and honestly, big things are going to happen for this young man. Look out for him. Jordan, they call him Django Balmier. Look out for him. Now, also, congratulations to Simon Keane. His progression in the heavyweight scene is going unfeathered. Big knockout for him. KO Keane, I say the name's going to stick. He is definitely somebody to look out for as well. Also, I had the pleasure of being at Hard Knocks Gym here in Montreal in St. Henry. Fantastic gym. It is just chock full of talent and great young athletes. They had a fantastic amateur gala there. Got some Jamaican patties. They had chicken and rice. You get yourself a drink. It was honestly just a great night of fights. I was a bit in a bit of a low mood based on the week's news, and quite frankly, there is a set of two 10-year-old kids that put on a fight worthy of Duran. It was just fantastic stuff. It honestly was the greatest pick-me-up of this entire weekend. I really want to thank those two young men. I got pictures on the Facebook. You guys make sure to go check it out. It should be up in the next day or two. I'm running a little behind. There is so much going on in the city this week. Speaking of which, what's going on in the Fight City? Obviously, there is great articles and posts on the daily for you guys to check out. Make sure you hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. We will reply, so don't be shy. This week, I'll have the honor and the privilege of being interviewed by Malik Shaheed on a new boxing show, so I'll be doing that this week. Also, I'm going to take pictures at Shome 97.7 FM, basically Montreal's oldest and best Anglo radio station. They are going to be having an interview with Patrick Cote on his upcoming fight with Donald Cowboy Cerrone at UFC Ottawa. I'm going to be lucky enough to be there and snap a couple pictures, so make sure you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and you can see all that as well. Now, lastly, obviously, I will be at the weigh-ins and at the fight at the Bell Center this Saturday, June 4th. Fantastic night of fights. Arthur King Beterbiev. A little later in the show, I'll talk about the entire card. Make sure you check me out on Facebook and Twitter, as I will be at all those events as well. Okay, so as far as what we can watch on TV this week, there is plenty for us to talk about. However, I will keep it simple for you. Friday, June 3rd, on the Fight Network, live and free, you've got Golden Boy LA Fight Night, a terrific night of fights. Great way to figure out who's a young, up-and-coming fighter. They put on young, hungry fighters on these cards. It's just a great night of fights from them. Make sure you check it out on the Fight Network. Also, on Spike, PBC presents Bellamy versus Bay. Mikey Bay versus Kid Blast. Kid Blast is undefeated. This is going to be a terrific night of fights on Spike. Make sure you check it out. Also, if you can stream it, Abril versus Belmontes. Also on the card, Yuri Foreman. Make sure you check it out. That's a great card. It's sad that it's not on TV. You might have to research it a bit, but it'll be worth it. Trust me, Yuri Foreman. Always happy to see him in the ring. Saturday, June 4th at 6 a.m. M1 Challenge MMA 67 is going down. You will be able to catch it on the Fight Network on a bit of a tape delay. You can also look for it online. Also, very important, at 4 p.m. going down from Wales, Cage Warriors FC, a terrific fight. You'll be able to watch it on Fight Pass. You might have to stream it if you don't have Fight Pass, but trust me, it's a perfect way to spend your afternoon Saturday. Jack Marshman versus Ali Arish. Make sure you check it out. I'm a big fan of Jack Marshman. He came highly recommended from a very, very valuable source of mine. So make sure you guys support and check out that fight. I guarantee you a great fight. Also going down Saturday, I won't be able to watch it because, as you know, I will be live at the Bell Center. But I will DVR it, so no spoilers on Twitter for me, please. UFC 199 is going down. Rockhold versus Bisping 2. It's a stacked card, prelims, and then Fight Pass. Just, I don't know how many fighters are fighting on this thing. It's insane, but here are some of my faves. First up, I always talk about him, and it's for good reason. 10-0, Tom Breeze. Make sure you look out for him. The kid's undefeated, and for good reason. I proudly proclaim him the future of the UFC. It will only be a matter of time before they put a strap on that kid. Watch what I am talking about. Make sure you support. He fights out of Montreal now, originally from England. Great kid, fantastic fighter. Make sure you check him out. Also on the card, Dan Hendo versus Hector Lombard. Dominic Cruz versus Uriah Faber. And obviously the main event, Rockhold Bisping. Personally, I think Rockhold's just going to tear a hole through Bisping. But it's a terrific night of fights, and like I said, Tom Breeze is on it, so it's entirely worth watching just based on that. On ESPN, PBC, live from Montreal, none other than King Arthur himself, Arthur Beterbiev, is going to be making his return to the ring after a long time off from being injured. Looking forward to this young undefeated fighter making his return. He is going to be fighting Moderna. It's a great return fight for Beterbiev. I look for basically a quick finish from him. However, speaking of undefeated, the card is stacked with local talent and undefeated fighters. So make sure you go check it out. If you can't, make sure you go check it out on ESPN. Here's a name to remember. Dario Berdyshian. The kid's 8-0, gonna be 9-0. It's going to be a great fight from this kid. He's training out of the Grant Brothers. He's a transplant from Florida. He is a future star in the making. All you got to do is take a look at the kid and you'll know what I'm talking about. Also on the card, undefeated as well, Vishland Dalkaev, 6-0. He's a very impressive fighter. I look forward to his fights as well. Also on the card, one of my favorite heavyweights, local Oscar Kaboom Rivas, 18-0. Hopefully going to be making it 19-0. He was supposed to fight El Gallo Negro, but had some issues with his eye and the California State Commission out there, but he's good enough to fight here. He had a little time off to fix whatever his eye issue was, and I look forward to his return. Oscar Kaboom Rivas. It's a heavyweight fight here in Montreal. Please don't miss out on it. King Arthur headlining, Yvon Michel putting on another great night of fights. He's just been banging them out lately between the casino cards and everything else. Just a great time to be in the Fight City. It's going to be Grand Prix weekend. Do not think this thought passed anybody at Yvon Michel's camp. They were fully aware of what they were doing. It's going to be just crazy busy in town this week. So make sure you check it out. If you can, it's a great weekend to come to Montreal. Hope to see you there. Like, share, subscribe, and all the rest. I'll see you guys next week.